I'm making all my tanks out of 3/16 inch plate, and they will be integral to the hull. The only places they won't be 3/16 is where there's a bulkhead. All my bulkheads are 1/4 inch plate. Any areas that are more than 18 inches, I'm putting in stiffeners to stiffen them all up. Internal stiffeners. Notice the fire underneath the bench. Turns out Caleb, when cutting it, caught some stuff on fire. I pointed it out to him.
Firefighter Caleb to the rescue. Camera at least rolling? Fire. Huh? Gonna need to negotiate.
I got it.
Yeah.
You see that shit? Look at them welds.
Sarsa,
That is vertical, dude. What?
good penetration.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Great. Should see them from the other side.
Oh, no, one more. You got one more thing to go over. Look it up. Oh. Down. Down. That bottom. Here, let me see that here. That's it.
Once we got those plates in, I realized we had a bit of a problem. Those tanks are probably 6.5 feet wide and go across the hull. So there's probably 300 gallons of water in there, and I can see a free surface effect really getting us in trouble. Free surface effect is when the boat starts onto a roll, the water sloshes back and forth and can get in time with the roll of the boat, making the roll worse, making the sloshing worse, and pretty soon you've got major problems. The fix for that, of course, is to put in baffles. So I decided it was time we cut up some baffles and get them installed to keep free surface effect from causing me problems later.
So we need to cut holes out. They need to discern. Fingers and toes. Really good then. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead and tack the very top.
Eyeballs.
What's going on with this comb?
Huh? Yeah, it's super dark, huh? It's not auto.
Okay, baffle. Let's do another one.
Hell yeah. Woo! Ah, shit, fuck.
What's the matter? You okay?
Woo! Yeah, you got the glove.
Oh.
Why didn't somebody tell me I had a fat roll at the base of my neck and a bald spot? Nobody told me this. This is why I don't want to do YouTube videos. Seriously.
What was it? 27 to 29?
Yep. My stupid hand.
I mean,
See where I found.
Another fine day in Colorado. As you can see from behind me, the high winds have utterly destroyed the tarp I had been using to keep the blazing sun off the steel. We're hitting almost 100 degrees nowadays here in Pueblo. The sun reflects off of that dark gray steel and makes it literally too hot to touch, let alone be around it much. So I'm trying to work as much as I can in the early mornings and get what I can done, but the tarp being torn off is making it worse. I have another one, but I think until I can get some shear pipes, which are the pipes that run along the area between the top sides and the decks, and the bars that go between the sides of the cabin top, which is called the trunk, and the decks, with some, I was going to put some 1/2-inch bar in there, round bar. Anyways, until I get those on, the corners of the frames is tearing the tarp. Then the wind comes in and utterly destroys my tarp. So there's that. Today I'm mostly going to be doing some finish welding. I got quite a bit of welding to catch up on. I've tacked a bunch of stuff together, now it needs to be properly welded. So I'll be doing that. With the price of steel, let's see, in February for a sheet of steel, let's call it 3/16 inch thick, 5 foot by 10 foot, I was paying $195 a sheet. Since the tariffs have kicked into effect, I'm now paying $350 a sheet. So I'm gonna I need to get some more steel for tanks, particularly the engine room tanks, and I need to get the chine bars and shear pipes and trunk bars. But I'm going to hold off and hope that the steel prices come back down and I'm not paying such a ridiculous price for it. We'll see. If it goes on too long, I won't have a choice. I'll have to buy the steel. But I'm going to try to hold back on it for a little bit and see what happens. In the meantime, I got a bunch of holes to drill for the hatches, and I've got a bunch of finish welding to do. So that's the plan for today anyways.
It just got too hot to continue doing the heavy welding that I was doing today, so I ended up closing up shop and calling it a day. But I got 6 hours of heavy welding in, so good day.